I am. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
One of our resident nerds can do it, but can someone paste the link for the public? I know Trev will be able to do this.
I'm gonna do it right now. Hold on.
I'm turning into the old guy who doesn't know how to use the computer. There you go.
There it is, baby.
Perfect.
Thank you for sharing, by the way. I have noticed a little bit of a difference because yesterday I noticed a bunch of people sharing and resharing. So, woohoo.
Okay, so that's, oh, yeah, perfect.
That's awesome. Awesome, awesome.
Yeah, that, like, simple, and is that the, will that be the archive in terms of if you want to go watch this tomorrow, that same link, or no?
No, this is just the YouTube live channel. When they get uploaded.
Okay. So I'm just thinking if we're going to tweet somebody, it'd be good to have like the archive link too to put in there, and then everybody can.
No, I know, and it's always, if you subscribe, then it will automatically send you an email when it's posted. Otherwise.
Okay, I'll do that.
It's always on the MyFoxLA channel on YouTube.
You guys have had a hell of a week this week. Kate Upton, Danny Houston.
Well, that was previous.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uploaded a day ago.
I'm trying to get our YouTube channel.
Nobody as big as you.
Oh, what?
Houston was yesterday, right?
Listen, Matt, listen to me. And
royalty.
I don't know this, but we have different names that pop up for Friday. And trust me when I say this, Matt Atchity is tops on the list.
Oh.
And I don't know if you see the stream, but I will post it. I will post it to everyone, and I will say, who is your top 3? Oh, Matt is always at the top on Fridays, always. So just so you know how much love you get, dude.
We love you, Matt.
Well, thank you.
A 98% fresh.
98?
What price is that high?
Strive for that extra.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's start. So hang on for 1 second. All right, dudes and dudettes, let's go ahead and get this party started. Woohoo! Matt actually in the house. Let's talk about some movies. Matt, how awesome is that? Joss, we were talking about him last week, and Much Ado About Nothing, and he's in here today.
No, I have not had a chance to see that. I didn't make it to a screening.
Oh!
However.
Okay, so you can legitimately talk nice to him.
Yeah. Everybody loves it.
Do they?
In the 80s on the site.
Let's see.
Certified fresh.
81%.
Yeah.
It's getting. I saw the trailer.
The critics or most of the critics like it.
80, 81, 87. That's fabulous. I saw the trailer. It looks good. I'm not a huge Shakespearean gal in general.
That's okay.
But it looks good. My husband is, so we're definitely going to watch it. Bless you.
Bless you.
But it looks like an art piece, you know.
Well,
kind of shot in this sort of black and whitish kind of.
I mean, it was all shot at his house.
In 12 days.
In 12 days.
Yep.
They should have shot 12th Night. Anyway, no, it's all the critics really like it. I've talked to a couple people that saw it, said it's great.
Yeah.
You know, some of the reviews I read said that you get over. The language is less of an issue than you think. You know, I know that's a lot of people. That's a lot of an issue for a lot of people, especially reading Shakespeare.
Yes.
I've found for years that if you go and see a good Shakespeare production, if the cast is really good, a good cast can sell the emotions of what they're talking about.
Absolutely.
And help you get past that you may not understand every word.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah, this one's worth seeing.
Now,
it's only in LA and New York this week.
Critics say that he does do that with this.
Yeah, great cast of Whedon's regulars,
Right.
Amy Acker, or is it Amy Acker?
Alexis.
Amy Acker, Alexis Denisof, Clark Gregg.
Yeah.
Who's going to be back for the S.H.I.E.L.D. show. That's going to be cool.
The S.H.I.E.L.D. is coming back?
No, not that S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh,
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, got it. Okay, I was thinking.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the S.H.I.E.L.D.
No,
as in.
not that.
Okay.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you guys have any questions for Matt before we move on to the next movie? Hi.
No, it's just something I've always thought, that Shakespeare was meant to be watched and not read. They were plays anyway. They were never written as books, so I can see exactly what Matt's saying. Yeah, with a good cast, I've seen some live productions of Shakespeare on stage here in England, and they blow the books, the read versions out of the water. So hopefully this film will do the same.
Yeah. I want to watch it. Do you know who else is here hanging out with us today?
Tiya Sircar.
Tiya Sircar. Now, she is in the movie called The Internship.
Which the critics don't like.
Which Matt doesn't like. No, I don't qualified.
You didn't like it.
No, I didn't see it. I don't know.
We're going to play that game.
Listen, it's about Google, first of all.
Yes.
So there.
No, you know
I
what?
love it already.
I think that this movie, I actually kind of enjoyed it. It's got some good laughs. The cast is great. The cast is really charming.
Owen Wilson.
She's really cute in it.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's
But 33%. That's really bad.
That's the critics.
It's called Google Crash.
I was reading the reviews, and I found that most of the critics seem to really dislike it because it comes across as a 2-hour ad for a company, and that there's really no balance.
There's a little bit of that. I could see that. I don't think that was their intention, but I see that there's some of that. I totally get that. I mean, if you like Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson, is the movie as
Is it
funny?
Wedding Crashers?
It's not. It's not quite.
It's called Google Crashers.
Yeah, it's not Wedding Crashers. It feels a little bit like Old School, but
I liked Old School.
But the PG version of Old School.
Yeah. It's fine.
It's toned down. It's cute, and it's got Vince Vaughn doing his fast talking thing, and that's cute.
I love that.
That's fun.
Yeah.
The supporting cast is good. It's not a laugh riot the way some of
audience
their
loved
other
it.
movies.
74%. So.
Yeah, but those people.
Is that like want to see it or has already seen it? Because isn't it just opening?
Yeah, nobody's actually seen it.
Okay.
I'll tell you, the thing about the audience number is like there's no proof that those people actually saw the movie.
Okay. All right.
Like I don't put a lot of stock in that number.
Okay. All right.
I just actually saw an interesting article that said that the low-budget movie The Purge is expected to beat The Internship in revenue.
In revenue, yeah, totally.
Okay, I know nothing about The Purge. So what is that about? It's up Tony's alley. It's scary, right?
Right. This is not about dieting.
2 fingers to inner thigh.
The Purge. The Purge is a story about. It's set in a world where, in like slightly down the road in the future, where the crime is at an all-time low, and part of the reason, or the big reason for that, is that one night a year, there is no crime. Nothing is criminal. One night a year, all bets are off. There's no government services, and you can commit any crime you need to get out of your system.
I'm wondering how the hell they're going to make that. So for one night a year, crime is legal. I thought, well, what kind of an excuse are they going to make that viable? But I suppose if for the rest of the year there is no crime, then
there's no justification for that.
Right.
At all.
So
like,
the idea is that this purge kind of culls the herd, so to speak. Like you've got the violent types offing each other, or at least that's the movie. That's the conceit that the movie puts across. And then, so you've got this family, and the dad is Ethan Hawke, and the mom is Lena Headey from Game of Thrones. Cersei Lannister from Game of Thrones.
Ethan Hawke, right.
And Ethan Hawke. And they're this well-to-do family. Their house is on lockdown. And they start the movie saying, we're just going to pass this like any other night. It's going to just be a mellow night. And then somebody comes knocking on their door, and their son takes pity on him and lets this guy in. And sure enough, that guy's on the run from like 7 or 8 lunatics who are trying. So it becomes this home invasion thing. And the movie wants to be this kind of allegory about, crime and how it affects, the rich versus the poor. But a lot of critics say that it's really heavy-handed. Most of them say that the points are really interesting that it tries to make, but some of the critics, a little over half the critics, say that the points that it makes are so heavy-handed in the execution that it takes away from the movie. But everybody kind of agrees it's a really interesting premise, but only about half the critics think that it really fulfills the promise of the idea that it puts out there. But 40-something% for a scary movie, like that's a pretty high score on the tomato meter. So.
Yeah, what did you say the threshold was for a scary movie? It was like,
well, it depends
if
on.
it was 30. I think you said if it was 38, or I can't remember what the number you said.
Well, typically if something's like in the 40s or 50s,
it's worth watching. If it's a horror.
A lot of horror fans will talk about if a movie is, at least in the high 40s. Like that's a relatively high score for that genre.
Got it.
We still mark it rotten.
So 40s. Yeah, I do remember you saying that. Yes.
Right.
Even though it says rotten, because it's in the 40s.
But a good scary movie from last year, Cabin in the Woods, is in the 90s, written by Joss Whedon, who will be here later.
Did he write that?
He co-wrote it.
He has got his hand on so many different movies. Like, what? Wow.
Yeah.
I still think he should have done Star Wars. He should have been the one signed up for Star Wars.
I know.
Do you think we could ask him if he was approached?
I know, like, who wants to see lens flares with lightsabers?
No, well, that's what we're going to get, thanks to JJ.
J.J. Abrams, that's right. Okay, let's move on. Wish You Were Here. That was about...
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen that one?
No, but I could tease some movies that I've seen for next week.
Oh, let's talk about that. Big tease you?
Superman.
I have not seen Man of Steel yet. I'm seeing that on Tuesday. However, I've talked to 3 different people that have seen it.
And?
Yes?
Oh, boom.
That's all I wanted to know.
Good things.
Don't say another word until I've seen it.
Well, here's the other thing, and I've mentioned this before. They're screening the heck out of that movie. So, as you guys have heard me talk about before, when a studio is doing 4 or 5 screenings for something, that means they're proud of it. So, I think that's a good sign for Man of Steel.
Excellent.
The posters look great. You know what I mean?
The latest trailer, the Nokia exclusive one, that's just mind blowing.
Yeah, that's a good trailer. Yeah. I saw This Is the End on Wednesday night.
Okay, now the trailer to me doesn't look that good, but
I thought this movie was funny.
It was.
I liked
Look
it a
at
lot.
that, 86% to 99%. But the trailer to me, I was kind of
No, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Okay.
Now,
all right. Okay.
you have to be a fan of these guys.
And I am.
Because it's really.
I love them.
They're all kind of playing, exaggerated versions of themselves.
Same.
Danny McBride steals every scene that he's in.
Danny McBride, that is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Eastbound and Down guy.
You guys, did anyone ever see The Foot Fist Way?
No.
That's the film that kind of brought him to the attention of Will Ferrell and Adam McKay. It's this indie film that he did where he is a kung fu teacher. He's got his own dojo. It's hilarious.
Well, I love Craig Robinson.
Craig Robinson is really good in this.
He can play. I mean, any script he can make funny to me.
He's very funny.
Yeah.
He at one point at this party at James Franco's house, like he's sitting with the electric piano and he's playing the song that he's like, doing this sing along with everybody at the party, and he gets Rihanna to sing the song called "Take Your Panties Off." It's really funny.
Ciara, cover your ears. I'm joking.
Too late.
Sorry.
Earmuffs.
No, it's a great movie. It's really funny. It's crass, and it's definitely rated R. I believe so. Check.
It is.
Yeah, it's rated R. It should be. But I liked it. I thought it was funny.
Okay.
Yeah, I had screening passes for it on Tuesday and another screening on Wednesday, and I couldn't make either of them. I was really excited to go to the screening and couldn't make it, so I'll have to pay for it this time.
And do you remember that Kyle was
I remember.
standing here beside you last
Hey,
Friday?
yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Good to see you guys again.
Back in Milwaukee.
I can't believe it's already been a week.
Isn't that wild? It was a week ago today that you were here, dude. Okay, what else? What did we miss?
I saw Monsters University last night.
I haven't heard of that one. Good.
It's the prequel to Monsters Inc.
Oh, I should know this, right?
You should know
I
this.
should know this.
You're a mom. You
I'm
should
a
know this.
mom.
I'm looking forward to that. I know I'll take my sons for it, definitely.
Yeah, it's fun. I liked it. What's amazing about those movies is that this one in particular, the short film is good too. The little short in front of it is cute. At Monsters University, the backgrounds, and to a certain extent the characters too, you kind of forget you're watching an animated film. Like there's
That's
at
a
least,
good movie. If
there's
you
at
forget.
least there's at least a few scenes. You know, a lot of times, like if you're watching animation, like you might get a little distracted by how things look and the way they're building stuff, and like, you know, I know that sometimes I will take myself out of the movie and think, wow, some artist did that, and get caught up in how the art looks.
Mm-hmm.
This one, more so than any other Pixar movie I've seen, or any CGI movie, or any animated film, there are times when Sully and Mike feel like they have physical presence. Like, there's times where, like, did they shoot that on film? Like,
wow.
Yeah, like the
says
technology
a lot about how we've come.
The technology that they're doing here. You know, I remember seeing stuff and like, oh, they're showing off with hair and certain things that they would do that, you know, you knew that the animators were kind of showing off and pushing the envelope. Mm-hmm. This one, you don't see any of that because it just, I mean, it feels
like they're
actual.
They always,
like, it feels real.
They threaten that they're going to replace us with, you know, like an animated Tony and an animated.
You are your replacement.
Oh, they'd never be able to, you know, get a better version of you, Maria.
Aww.
Even though you didn't invite me.
They'd never get Tony's sarcasm right anyway.
Ayub, I sure did invite you.
Yeah, I didn't get an invite either.
I didn't see the thing in the stream, anything.
See, this is why. Google, if you're watching, we've been talking about you so much. I have sent each and every single one of you a personal invite. Each and every single one of you. I typed out.
I got mine today.
I typed out your name.
Well, and so many people wanted to be in this hangout. It should definitely be full of 10 people.
I know one person. You remember Julie Shipnick? She wants in, so.
Yep.
I invited
where's
Julie.
Deanna? Oh, speak of the devil.
Here comes Tiya. She's super cute, so be nice to her.
Oh, here comes Tiya, you guys.
She was good in this.
Can you send them the direct link? And I did invite Deanna, which he is here too.
Hey, Deanna.
Okay.
What's up, man?
Hi, good to see you.
You know how much we love you.
But you're busy today, so.
We are, but we're so glad that you were able to stop by.
Take care, Matt.
Alrighty. Woohoo! We have Tiya. Hi, Tiya.
Tiya, this is Maria. Maria, this is Tiya.
I was just going to ask about a bit more about university, but hey.
We were just talking about you. You know, that was Matt Atchity from Rotten Tomatoes. He's the see, he's right there.
Yeah.
He just said how much he loved you in the movie.
Well,
he said you were adorable and you were
yay.
great, and he had fun watching it. So
I'm so glad.
Yeah. So welcome to our Google Plus Hangout, Tiya Sircar.
Hi. Hello.
You guys, Tiya is in a new movie called The Internship. I think we were just talking about it with Matt Atchity. So she's going to talk to us about that here in just a second. But first, I want to quickly introduce you to everybody in the Hangout. There's a bunch of us here. We've got Trev, who is hanging out with us from England. He is in Yorkshire. We've got Monica. She's in Boulder, Colorado. Kyle is in Milwaukee. Justin is in the UK also. Julie, you've moved. You are now in what city? Can't remember now. You're somewhere, I think in...
I'm still in Oklahoma.
Oh, you're in Oklahoma. Okay, Oklahoma. You've got Drew, and Ciara. They're here in Calabasas.
Hi.
Dayano is in Reno, and Ayub is in England as well. And we do have a bunch of people watching us on air, so I want to give you guys a shout out. Please make sure you like us and share the link and plus us and comment. If you have a question for Tiya, just send it to me or anyone in the Hangout and we'll get it to Tiya for sure. It's kind of a behind the scenes look at what we do here.
This is really cool.
It's all because, I mean, Google, hello.
I mean, I should be a pro at this.
You should know all about the Google Plus Hangout.
I should.
You should be doing all of this right here.
Please don't make me. Don't quit me.
So you didn't pick up anything when you were at Google when you guys were filming the movie?
I tried. We sort of had to do a lot of like things that are beyond my
pay grade.
My pay grade and my capability.
I say that all the time,
I had to sort of write like. There's a scene where I feverishly write code on a board and and we wanted to make sure it was
Sexy.
all really sexy stuff. We wanted to make sure it was all legit and
Yeah,
like
sure, you have to know.
accurate. Yeah.
Right.
So I was having to memorize like, okay, it's like a capital X and 5 commas and I didn't actually absorb
Retain
any of it. No,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
just
yeah.
to
It's
get through.
why when it's easy like this. I
True.
totally get it.
True.
Tia, if you guys have questions for her, by the way, just get my attention, and I will go to you for sure. First of all, how the heck was it working with Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson every day?
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was hilarious. It was sort of initially a little bit terrifying because I'm such a huge fan of both of theirs, and you know, I knew what was going to be coming, which was to like have to improv with these two like incredible.
So it is a lot of improv. Or is it written?
No. There's a fantastic script that's written, and then who knows what's going to happen once you're there. So each day was, you know, full of surprises, but it was thrilling. And you know, once we sort of got in, or once I got into the swing of things, it was just fun, and they were great teachers. I mean, I sort of learned the ropes of like from these two amazing comedians. So,
well, that's good. That's really good to hear. Yes, Ayub, go ahead. What's your question?
Oh, I just wanted to ask. I mean, you learned quite a lot from these comedians. Is comedy your main passion, and when it comes to acting, or do you want to do more serious roles?
That's a great question. I want to do everything. So I love comedy. I think it's, you know, I'm a generally pretty happy person. I like to laugh, and I laugh a lot, so I like to make people laugh. So I love comedy, but you know, I love drama as well. So hopefully people will let me do both.
Justin, go ahead. What's your question?
I was just thinking about the improv. To make a 90-minute film, it sounds like you've got enough material to have made several 90-minute films. Are you ever frightened of the other improv stuff hitting a sort of blooper tape and some of the other reels with all the other improv parts?
Well, interesting that you asked that. We actually, the film, we sort of shot 2 versions. There's a more rated R version and a PG-13 version, and they sort of ended up in the editing room deciding it was, you know, the feel of the movie is more PG-13, but there is a rated R version, and I don't know if that will ever see the light of day, but I hope so, because it's really funny.
If it's there, I'm sure we will find it, right, people?
Yeah, I hope there's like a director's cut or something. Maybe on the DVD there'll be like deleted scenes or something, but that rated R stuff is quite funny.
Okay,
yeah,
that's always fun. Now, I'm interested in your background culturally as well, because you, first of all, are just so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
You beautiful.
Thanks.
Where are you from? Where are your parents from? Where did you grow up?
Well, I am from Texas. I'm born and raised in Texas, and my parents are both from Calcutta, India. So I am
there it is.
Bengali. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Speak Bengali?
I speak Bengali. My mom would say that I speak Bengali very poorly.
Sure, but I was raised here.
Yeah, I was raised in Texas. So my parents spoke English and Bengali interchangeably. So I understand Bengali better than I speak it.
How nice. How nice. Well, I can see the recipe, the combination works. Yes, Ayub, go ahead.
I was just wondering what happened to the Texas accent.
Yes!
I say y'all often. Too often, some might say. I say y'all a lot. But other than that, I don't know. I'm from Dallas-Fort Worth, so I feel like there are
it's very
Texan
cosmopolitan.
Accents. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but the y'all comes out.
It comes out,
and
so if you
gives
were,
it away.
Like had a part in you know, some southing country.
Oh, I can turn on the accent real good. Yeah, but nobody ever looking the way I do. Nobody ever needs me to sound like that. So maybe someday
somebody will write a part for you. Okay, who else has a question? Yes, you would.
I'd like to see that. That's the kind of. I'd like to see that accent coming out of you, I think.
Can you do a Bengali accent?
Ugh, don't ask me to do that. I can, but it's kind of.
You'd have to be. You have to be like.
I need lines.
Yeah.
I can do it. I just I did a voiceover. Played a little Indian girl for a Disney show once, and
I could see you as Jasmine too, like those characters.
Yeah,
really exotic.
It was on a show called Phineas and Ferb, and I had she was a really cute little girl. It's just not great.
Ferb. Yeah, don't you? That's a cute show. I know.
Siri remembers that episode.
Did I miss?
Oh, really?
Did I miss anyone's questions? Does anyone else have another question? Otherwise, I will say thank you for hanging out with us, Tiya.
Thanks so much for hanging out with me.
Is tea really for trouble?
You know.
If you go on Tiya's Twitter, she is.
Yeah, what's your Twitter? Share the Twitter.
It's at Tiya Sircar.
Oh, it is.
Tiyasircar.
And
there you go.
A capital T is for trouble. So, girl, don't get too much. Just a little bit.
Yeah, just
a
enough
bit.
to keep things interesting.
Yeah.
It's
Let's line for the
always
movie.
You're scouting lines for the
I
movie.
didn't mean
That's so
to.
great. Okay, Tiya Sircar, check her out in the movie called The Internship with Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson. That opens today.
Thanks so much for
Excellent.
hanging out with me.
Well, congratulations
Thanks.
to you. We will be looking out for you in the next movies.
Thanks. Yeah, please.
Let me take a quick photo of us. Here's the camera right here. Okay, you guys, ready? 1, 2, 3, cheers. Yay. Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Thanks. Nice to meet you.
I'll see you next time.
Yeah, I
Come
hope so.
back.
Thanks.
Let me hold the chair for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Next match.
We do. Bye.
She's just like a ball of energy, really. She's just.
Very pretty.
Yeah, I kind of expected her to start bouncing up and down. She's just energy, you know. Bottle that and sell it, dude.
Well, I think she's probably like 20 or 19. I mean, I don't know. She's very.
No, she's about 30.
No,
No, she is. Honestly, I let me have a look.
she is not.
I'm looking at her IMDb right now.
I
What does
swear.
it
It's not on the
Those
IMDb.
are always honest.
It's not on her IMDb,
Available
right?
right
It's
now?
not a certain.
Just give him 1 minute on this.
My IMDb says 29.
You guys
Right,
want
the Vampire Diaries.
Arquette?
Is that the one?
Do
Sorry.
you want to hang out with David Arquette?
Why not?
Sure.
We could hang out with
Neither.
David for like
No.
5 minutes.
Real short. I know. I've been pushing Maria all morning long.
Yeah.
I'm like, you gotta talk to David. Everybody loves
Okay.
David. Okay,
Okay.
cool. I'll bring him right over.
Okay. All right. David Arquette coming in the house. Okay. This is such a busy day.
Yay! We
I
like busy
don't
days.
Now he is here because he's talking about his fundraiser that's happening, I believe, tomorrow night. So it's here in Los Angeles. So we'll probably talk a little bit about that. And then you can talk to him about whatever, I guess. He seems like a cool guy. He's been in the Hangout before.
Yep.
But he was here with another person. They were doing another like charity event together. I don't know if you guys remember that.
No, but he was in the show that who was it? Who was that Bond girl who came in, Trev?
Famke Janssen.
Yeah, he was in it. He was in that show with Famke Janssen.
Which show?
That you remember when Famke Janssen came on? She was
in
promoting that
Scream?
show with Netflix. No, that Netflix show, Hemlock Grove.
Oh yeah, what show was that?
Hemlock Grove.
Hemlock Grove. Is he in that?
Yeah, he was in that.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I just like the way that Ayub throws out a random question about some actress, and Trev nails the name straight away. That was fantastic. Well done, Trev.
That was well done. Well done, chaps.
I think he was in that. Anyway, I could be wrong.
I'm trying to look at his IMDb.
The camera still work.
He was in Tron.
He was in Hemlock Drive. Hemlock Drive.
Hemlock Drive, yeah.
That,
He was in Pushing Daisies, though.
Has that been picked up? Do you guys?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
either.
know.
I don't know. I shall find out. We shall
One
ask.
simply hasn't got a clue.
But he was in Pushing Daisies, which was an awesome TV show.
That's one of those shows like Firefly that you're like, why did it go away?
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's one girl that I can't remember the name of. Anna Friel. Anna Friel was in Pushing Daisies.
Oh,
yeah.
Anna Friel. She's
Yeah.
so cute.
What was the
Yes.
He was in Entourage as well.
Kristen Chenoweth and
Yes, I loved.
Yeah.
I loved Pushing Daisies, but it
I love that show. It
what was the girl
so
from
much fun.
coincided with the writers' strike. And so
Yeah,
that's the
and the
thing.
budget was like $1.5 million an episode
Yeah,
too.
Oh wow!
But it was such a brilliant premise and show, and it was so funny as well. It was, yeah, I don't know. Should never have been cut.
Yeah, I never actually saw it, but I saw I saw a couple of clips in that, and the whole idea of it being very, very fairy tale like, how it was told. You kind of felt like that, didn't it, as you were watching it?
Yeah, the colors were great. It was nice.
It was really cool.
Okay, here he comes. There he is. Okay, you guys. Let me get this out of the way.
Busy.
Hello.
My goodness.
How
Hi,
are you?
how
Welcome
are you?
back.
Good to see you. Thank you.
You've been with us once before. I don't know if you remember. It was you. Are you going down lower?
I did.
You
I did.
did.
I did.
Now you're gonna make me look like a giant. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna come back right here. Okay, here's the microphone right here, David.
Great.
And then there's the camera. I don't know if you remember. Let me get this out of the way here. Let's take care of business. Okay.
Oh, all right.
Now why? Oh, because of my camera. That's what it is. Okay, there we go.
Look at all of our friends.
Look at all of our friends hanging out with us. Good morning, you guys, and welcome to our Google Plus Hangout here at Fox 11 Los Angeles. It's a very casual hangout, as you remember.
Yeah.
It's kind of a behind-the-scenes look at what we do, and today we're in the record room, which we don't use very often, David,
I like
because
it.
these
very
are the
technical.
old machines, you know, and now
Yeah.
everything's sort of on digital and stuff.
Oh.
So, but anyway, they've put us here. Next month, I'm sure we'll be in the garage. But welcome to our hangout. Quickly, I want to introduce you to who's here today. We've got Ayub, who is in Leicester, England.
What's up, man?
Dayano is in Reno. We have Drew and his daughter, Ciara. They're here in Calabasas.
Hey, good morning.
Julie is in Oklahoma. We have
What's up, bud?
Jefferson. Jeff is in the hangout. He is here in the South Bay in Manhattan Beach. Justin is in the UK as well.
All right.
Monica is in Boulder, Colorado. And Trev is in England in
Cool.
Yorkshire.
Hi.
What's happening?
And I want to say hi to everybody watching us on YouTube as well. So, hey, YouTubers, make sure you plus and comment and share the link because you have to. I will beat you up. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so listen, David Arquette is here joining us today because he's got a really important fundraiser to talk about. It benefits children? No.
But benefits the
Everyone.
OPCC, which is the
OPCC.
Ocean Pacific Community Center.
Okay. Oh, this
It's
is
the
here in
West
Santa
Side.
Monica.
Yeah, it's the largest community center. They're celebrating their 50th anniversary.
Excellent.
And they just do incredible work. They help thousands a year, providing homeless and people in need, you know, victims of domestic violence.
Oh,
They
yeah.
sort of get them housing and help, and therapy, and feed them. And
That's nice that you
Give them
are
a hand.
helping out. This is happening tomorrow. This
yes,
is
it's
and
called Vintage Hollywood. It's
Vintage Hollywood.
It's an organization that does like an intimate food and wine tasting event, which benefits the OPCC.
If you guys are in Southern California, and I know a couple of you are here, perhaps you can spread the word. It really does go to a good cause. If you guys have any questions for David, fundraiser or otherwise, you have a lot of fans watching us on YouTube, so
sweet.
we can get you a couple of questions out to you. Just raise your hand or get my attention, and I will go to you for sure. Okay. I just want to start out by saying that I don't know if I told you this last time, but I loved See Spot Run.
That's amazing.
I still watch that movie.
You do? That's so funny.
I don't know if you guys have seen this movie, but this is the cutest movie
It's a great movie for kids.
ever. And
beautiful
for
girls.
kids at heart.
Yeah.
But that is one of my most all-time favorite movies, and it's in my collection. So just wanted to share that.
Thank you.
But I just thought it was so cute. No, we were talking with Ayub. You're in Hemlock. You are in Hemlock. What is
Drive.
that?
No, that's actually like
finished?
one of those IMDb.
No mistakes?
Yeah,
That's
complete,
what I thought.
Not
Okay,
real.
see, don't believe everything on Wikipedia and IMDb. Ayub, yes, go ahead. What's your question?
I wanted to ask you about your voice acting with Tron Uprising and how that was, because I don't. Do you do a lot of voice acting? What?
I do a fair amount. That was a really great project. I mean, it was so well done. I have a good friend named Charlie Bean, who was the creator and executive producer on it, and he sort of called me in. It was great. I got to work with Paul Rubens, who's a dear friend of mine again. But I also do the voice of Scully on a kids show called Jake and the Neverland Pirates.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the parrot in this show, and that one I do sort of every week.
Do you like that? You don't have to get all made up and get in costume.
It's crazy, but we do like 3 episodes at a time, so I'm all sweating by the end.
Oh.
Not even really moving. But
Actually, I've spoken to a couple of voice actors, and they they do. They jump up and down, and they get out, they get all over the place, and even more so, more physical.
Yeah. Exactly.
Do you want some water or anything?
I'm all right.
You're okay? You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we can try to get you some water. Somebody help.
Thank you.
Who did I miss? Does anyone else have a question for David? No, you're.
Yeah, we will do.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, we will do. We will do. But you know how it goes. Was kind of.
Yeah, I know. You know, you strike like you seem so shy in person, and I feel like you have this persona like on Howard Stern that you know, like where does the David Arquette on Howard Stern like where? Yeah.
I'm sort of just who I am. You know, I get excited when you have to do something sort of on one of the talk shows or you have to entertain people and but you know, I'm laid back normally, but I pretty much am who I am. So I'll get crazy and people will have fun and I'll be right there with you.
Okay, so it just depends on the atmosphere because those guys are crazy on Howard Stern. Or
They can be.
They can get really wild. Now, are you on social media and all that stuff too?
I am.
Tweet
I'm on Twitter.
You're on Twitter.
At David. That's my name.
Okay, at David Arquette. Well, listen, David, we love that you stopped by.
Thank you.
And good luck with the fundraiser
Thank
tomorrow.
you so much.
That's awesome.
And if they want to find more out about it, go to opcc.org.
Cool. .org. Yeah, it's great.
Definitely do. Or even go to the Fox website, and they have a link to Vintage Hollywood as well.
Vintage Hollywood. You can go to myfoxla.com and get more information. David, thanks for stopping by.
So sweet.
It's good to see you.
My pleasure.
I love it. Oh, wait. Before you go, let's take a photo. Let's take a photo. I know, I'm like, ah. Okay, ready?
It's like, don't run away.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
The bomb.
Oh, listen. 5. Okay, ready?
5? Okay.
Okay, we'll do
okay. David voguing away there.
Dad.
Okay, what's your dad?
Crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
He's gonna be crazy for the next interview.
Photo shoot.
Yeah, I know. That's cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you guys.
Okay.
Cheers, man.
Bye.
Take care. Oh, he was cool.
Yeah.
He's a very cool guy anyway, so.
We got him.
Shaka is there.
Shaka. Hey, you guys, I want to introduce you to Jefferson Graham. I don't know if you guys have met Jefferson, but Jeff is the tech writer and also host of Tech Talk, or I forget the name of your show on USA Today. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Welcome.
Hey, you're Jefferson.
We're trying to school Jeff on Google Plus and Hangouts. Yes?
Hello?
Yep,
that's
there we go.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
All right. So, Maria, I get your email invites the night before. I click the email, and it takes me somewhere else. What's up with that?
Well, you may be getting 2 different. That's weird. I'm trying to settle it all too. Google, I don't know, for some reason, when I send out invites, some people get it, and then some people don't. So what you may be getting, I don't know. When you open
the event is different than the actual chat.
Yeah. So you might be getting the event invite, which is to view the hangout, as opposed to join the hangout. So there's 2 different little boxes. There's an arrow.
Obviously, everybody here knows how to get there, but for those who maybe don't know, 8:15 on an average morning, they go to MyFox 11 Google Plus.
Yeah, that's the easiest.
They just look at the stream on
Go to the stream of MyFox.
And if you get an invite from me, then you will see a box that says join. But if you don't get an invite from me, it'll just say play.
It'll be like view hangout.
Yeah, or view, right.
Yeah.
But,
and you text everybody inside, dude, let me in.
So Jeff wants to do a story on what I do with Google Plus and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I was going to do it today, but you were on vacation.
I was supposed to be on vacation, but I came back early. So we'll have to work out another day, hopefully next week or the following, okay?
Following, yeah.
Great.
I'm going to be in San Francisco all next week for the Apple Developers Conference. And
that's right. So the following...
Oh, that's right. WWDC is next week, too. God, that any 3? Oh, somebody shoot me.
We can tag team that. You go ahead and do WWDC. I'll cover E3. We'll put it all together, work it out, and
there we go.
Have one hangout on air to cover them all.
Yeah.
So you know who's joining us very soon is I'm gonna go at the 9 o'clock because I always have a weather hit at the top of the 9. And then I'm gonna come back with hopefully Joss Whedon.
Will there be dancing in this weather hit?
Put him in a headlock and drag him here if you have to.
I have a question for Joss. So.
Me too.
I don't think anyone's going to get a chance.
Who else?
Sierra, I think, has the best question.
Okay, so you know how much time we have sometimes with our guests. So who has a question? I just want to make sure that I go to each and every single one.
Sierra for sure.
My question is not about Firefly. I'm just going to say
mine's
that
not
it's
either.
Not about Firefly.
So
my questions aren't about any past show.
I love it.
I've eliminated all of my questions from the Buffyverse or anything like that. It's like I'm not going to go there.
Deanna's the only one that said my questions, plural.
I just have the one.
Okay, I just want to remind everybody that no lifelong stories, please.
No.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. No.
Okay, just a reminder, and then question in, answer, and then if we have time, we'll go back and do a little more of that round robin.
So in other words, what she's saying is, the first round only asks one question, doggone it, to keep it brief, so everybody gets a chance to answer
questions. Don't start with one time.
Yeah, no Bandcamp stories. We can get to that later.
Or I was at Ralph's and I saw you.
Maria's too polite to say, if you've got nothing to say, keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, really.
Kempton texted me a couple questions. I'm going to read them.
Kempton, I sent him a personal invite as well. I sent each and every.
Yeah, it's like I'll push it out on Geeks of the Round, and I've got like a few great questions from there. I have my own. It's like I have a list, but I've ordered them.
Jeff, did you interview Joss Whedon yet? Because I know that he's made the rounds on the public.
Not for this movie, but way back when, during the Buffy era.
During the Buffy years.
Oh, the Buffy years. That you can tell his life is told in epics, and Buffy being one of those, probably one among the first.
So the
Buffy... you know that David Arquette was in the Buffy movie.
You know what? So funny. I meant to ask him if he had seen Joss, but I think he just walked in, right?
Yeah.
So speaking of Buffy, get on the set. So he did Buffy. He did Avengers, which I just read.
Comic books.
That he did much.
Astonishing X-Men was awesome.
Adventures. He did
Cabin in the Woods.
He wrote Cabin in the Woods. Oh my gosh.
One of my favorite quote-unquote horror
movies. Which I still have to watch because I hear it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, the twist in it is just like you go, what?
Mm-hmm. It's seriously, it's like
I did hear him.
It's impossible to talk about that movie with someone that hasn't seen it.
Did you guys watch his commencement speech at the college he graduated, or the university, West blah blah blah? He was kind of like.
Oh, was that the? It was kind of a negative one. People thought.
You are all going to die.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that, but I'm gonna have to check it out. And I've got Cabin in the Woods ready to watch, and I'll watch it this weekend.
After you watch that.
For real.
Okay. Yeah. So, all right, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie, or Once Bitten?
Haven't seen Once Bitten yet.
Well, the Buffy movie was horrible.
That's why I asked which one.
The Buffy movie
That's
was.
why I never watched the series after seeing that movie.
Over the top.
You should watch the series. The series isn't even kinda like the movie. Not even kinda.
The series was great.
Yeah.
I preferred Angel though.
Agreed.
Are you talking about the Christy Swanson movie? Or
yeah.
The make one? Yeah.
I did not hate the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie personally.
I liked it.
I didn't hate it. I thought the TV series was better.
Oh, the TV series was...
Oh, I'll go there. I hated it. That's actually why I didn't watch Buffy at first. I didn't start watching until, like, Angel, and then I realized there was a bunch of stuff I wouldn't understand until I saw Buffy, so I went back, and against my better judgment, because it's like I'd seen, like, 15 minutes of the movie and turned it off to preserve what was left of my sanity and intelligence.
Speaking of Paul Rubens, didn't he die for, like, 10 minutes in that movie?
First episode.
Didn't Paul Rubens have a big death scene?
Yeah, he had a fan. It was if you haven't seen the movie Diano, just look for Paul Rubens' death scene. You will laugh your ass off. Seriously, that death scene is the most overacted and crazy death scene in cinema history. It's hilarious.
Yeah. A couple of times that Paul Rubens' name's come up, and I have to say to Shaka, if there's ever any chance of getting Paul Rubens in a hangout, that would be fantastic.
Just as long as he doesn't flash us.
Well, yeah, you know, it's got to be
above board.
PG-13.
Yeah. With the realms of human
did Tony
decency.
just walk straight past and not say hello again?
Yeah, he did.
He is so uncouth.
He is. I thought he was raised better than that.
Apparently not.
He's already out of earshot, so that's not going to help.
We need to all do the finger wave.
Yeah.
Is this the first time I have seen the young Mrs. Morgan in the hangout?
Yeah, this is my oldest.
Hi.
That's Shaka.
Welcome to the hangout, young lady.
That's his name in sign language right there.
Shaka, brother. And so what grade is your daughter in, Drew?
I'm in 8th, or I just graduated 8th.
Congratulations.
High school.
Yes,
So
my
we're
son
buying a
just
shotgun.
graduated.
We're buying a shotgun and locking the doors now that we have a high school girl in the house.
All I have to say is, Bad Boys 2.
Yeah. Yeah. The drunk thing, yeah.
There's a whole scene about a guy comes to the door to date Martin Lawrence's daughter in the movie.
All right, we'll have to pull that one up.
I'm just going to say, there are some expletives. There are some expletives in this scene.
Some?
I'm just saying, because his daughter's there, so I'm just letting you know there are some expletives. But every man who's had a guy come to the door to date his daughter at one point or another has wanted to do exactly what happened in that movie.
Nice.
Yeah, it really was fantastic.
What was that Marky Mark movie with where he ended up dating the guy's daughter, but the father couldn't stop him? It was. I can't remember. There was a scene on a roller coaster with the girl.
No idea. Well, you see, Drew, the link I'm pasting in the chat, that's what you need to have playing in the background the first time a boy comes to visit.
All right.
No, this is different. This is a country.
Can I
This
play
is
that with
probably
my
the
daughter
only
now?
country song. This is
Oh,
probably
yeah,
the only
I know
country
it.
song that I like, and I like it for very particular reasons.
Shaka,
I think you'll like it too.
I grew up not liking country because my mom sang, but as an adult, I'm now into it.
Because my mom's into it, so he doesn't have to.
So you just pretty much don't have a choice. You have to be into it.
Yeah, no. Cleaning is there you go, perfect.
It's brilliant.
I'll save that one. I want to make sure I hit the pause because it's going to start playing. Close it.
Alrighty. I have some tweeting and some running about
Drew,
what I have to
the
do.
link I just pasted there, that's the scene that Shaka was talking about.
The Bad Boys too? Okay.
Nice.
Again, it comes with an NSFW rating.
All right. Well, I won't let my boss know I'm playing it at work.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be a bit tricky, seeing as you're the boss.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'll be right back. Maria's actually coming back too, so I'll be back in a second.
Shaka's Twitter. Shaka Armstrong. Am I following him? Oh, I'm not even following Shaka.
That's not right.
I gotta use this Twitter more often. Okay, dead air. Somebody sing.
Huh? That's okay. All the dead air will get edited out later on.
We're all frightened to sing now, Drew, in case we get flagged. We don't know what's copyrighted and what isn't.
Oh, yeah.
Put us on the spot.
Hold on. I did not know this. He wrote the screenplay for Titan AE.
Yep. And
Yeah.
Toy
Anybody seen
Story
that?
and Alien Resurrection.
Stay up all night to get some.
There you go. Maria will sing.
In his defense, though, Alien Resurrection got rewrote like 7 times before it went.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
Titan.
They rewrote the hell out of it. They didn't even use any of his endings. I don't count that as that's.
Every time I leave and I come back, Jeff leaves. Why does he have to go?
I don't know.
I don't know. He didn't say anything. He just bounced.
He just bounced?
Boing.
Hey, I'll share something with you guys.
He what?
Or even if you don't like country music, or you do, they're sharing links to a song. I'll share a YouTube link. That's my mom, the single that she put out back in the 1900s.
1900s, you're hilarious. No, Jeff from USA Today. We did a story on him a while ago from Mommy Loves Tech, and I was telling him about the Google Plus Hangouts and stuff, and he was complaining about how Google's Plus is dead. That's what he's been hearing, and I said, "You are so optimistic."
Is that what he's been hearing?
He just learned something today. Then I hope.
Well, so he's been trying to come in like over the last several weeks, the last month or so. And I think we're proving him wrong to that. That's why he messaged me last week and said, well, I want to do a story on it on USA Today, which would be great, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, anyway, I'm just saying let's keep proving him wrong.
Yes.
And,
I'll have a listen to that later on, Drew.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing and resharing. I want to say ahead of time, I know Kempton shared a bunch. Drew shared some yesterday, and Kim, and I really appreciate it. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, no problem.
So what's happening about your extended hours that you were talking about yesterday?
Yes, that's next week. I'll be here my regular time. I'll be doing my regular shows, and then I'm in intensive training until 4 in the afternoon.
Oh boy.
It's gonna kill me because it's like taking classes,
Yeah, no kidding.
But oh well, we'll see.
Full work day, then a bunch of other stuff to do, and then eventually you get out of here.
Then I take care of the kid.
Exactly.
I think Joss actually ran late, so they had to push him down. So hopefully he'll be here very soon.
All right, cool.
Yes.
So with all those training, are you going to predict sunshine better now, more accurate?
With a new machine?
I'll have a deeper relationship with Mother Nature.
It's weird when you see Kempton being a bitch, isn't it?
No.
Usual.
Yeah, Kempton has that innocent kind of face and that little smile that fools everyone into thinking he's a really nice guy.
No. I just don't want to bring up the gloomy stuff, like how about predicting earthquake and tornadoes. Those are less fun than.
Well, earthquakes aren't exactly meteorology. That's tornadoes maybe, but not earthquakes. That's seismology.
Would that be a seismologist?
Yeah, the subject of tornadoes is still very sensitive for me, considering I'm in Oklahoma City. So.
Oh, you're in the city.
Oh my God!
Southside, Norman, or where are you?
Right, I totally forgot about that.
It's all right. It's okay. My house didn't get blown down. Don't worry about it.
How far away?
How close?
Less than 10 minutes away. So.
10 minutes? Wow.
Now, do
Yeah,
you guys have
was
a
about.
basement, Julie? Do you
No basement.
Golly, what the heck?
Could you see it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, power went out. Power went out several times, but thankfully the power company was able to get it back up.
Now, did you see the other one that was on Friday?
Yeah, we watched that on the news. The sirens went off. I stepped outside, kind of freaked out.
That one was really sad because they're all sad. I mean, my gosh.
I don't know where you go. The people that got hurt were the ones that tried to drive away and got stuck on the freeway.
Yeah, I mean, you go underground. That's really the only way you can escape these things. And there's very few basements, as you know.
You don't have one, yeah.
They just don't have those things. But with technology, Julie, today, it really should be mandatory for those people who live in Tornado Alley. I just don't understand why that's not mandatory.
Do you have a shelter or something, Julie?
No, I have underneath the stairs, but that's about it.
Not good enough.
Or a garage, but that's about it. Yeah, we're severely I don't know, unprepared.
Not good enough.
Yeah.
With the shelters and like during ice storms, we're not prepared for that either because we get those all the time and we're never prepared for that either.
Yeah.
People die, like 4 or 5 people die every year from ice storms too.
Yeah, you have the extreme.
Yeah. Even a hole in the ground with a door or something that kind of
would be better.
That would help, right? Yeah. That would.
And last month we also had our record earthquake as well last month too. So it was like a 4.4 we had. Which doesn't sound like a lot because I lived in California. I was in California during the Northridge, so a 4.4 is nothing. But still, it's shocked to have a record tornado and a record earthquake all in the same month. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
My dad's in Oklahoma, and he's like worried about me in California. Watch out for the earthquakes. I'm like, you got your own problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like California's like we can deal with California can deal with earthquakes. Don't worry.
Your stuff's still here after an earthquake. You know, you can still go pick it up. With a tornado, it's gone.
I mean, it's like I remember. I guess it was early '90s, mid '90s, somewhere in there. There was a pretty major earthquake in Cali when my dad and my brother and them lived out there.
Oakland, right?
Yeah, Oakland. Yeah, it was down that angle. I think Inglewood is exactly where they lived. Years ago, I don't remember. But the point is, it's like as major as the earthquake was, stuff cracking and everything. My brother pretty much slept through it.
Yeah. I thought my first one was a truck driving by outside.
I'm sorry not to change the subject, but when I look at Monica, she has that rainbow thing that's behind her head, and it looks like your halo.
Oh.
So we all know Monica doesn't have one of those.
Yeah, it's a hot air balloon.
That wasn't very nice.
It was cute.
But it was accurate.
It was cute. Very cute. Okay, so what else? What are the plans for the weekend?
Ooh, no plans. Just carnage.
Carnage!
Perfect.
Carnage.
That'll do.
I want to
Plans
update.
are a weekend with the kiddo, and not sure what else yet.
We got a new car.
You got a new car. Wow, that's
What kind of car?
We got one that actually fits all of our kids, so we're going to be able to drive, and everybody gets a seatbelt now.
How many kids do you have, Drew?
4 that we know of.
Hey, me too.
That we know of.
We weren't sure. We figured out what causes it, though. So we're.
Yeah, we should have
sorted that out, did you?
Yeah, it was down to one of 2 things, and by that last one, we were like, okay.
Okay.
Well, good. You are blessed. So.
We definitely are. They're good kids.
Yeah, I know. Ciara is. We've met a couple of them.
Yeah.
Ciara and her sister.
Savannah's 4, and she was so upset she didn't get to meet David Arquette because she watches the kids show that he was in.
Oh. Okay.
She was asleep, and she's like, "Why didn't you wake me up?"
So, are you guys on summer break now? Summer vacation.
I think today's the last day of school.
Yeah.
Sierra's homeschooled, and the other 2 go to the elementary school, Woodland Hills, right here, Wacom. But I think today's the last day.
I tell you what, Drew, you good at
Welby Way, by any chance?
Welby Way is up the street.
Oh,
but
that's
we're
where I
actually at
went
Woodland
elementary
Hills.
school.
Yeah, that would be the other one, but we're down at Ventura Boulevard.
Very cool.
I'm just going to say that, Drew, you're good at picking names. And of those 2 that I just heard, Sierra and Savannah, they're both quality.
Yeah. You know, you'll like my son's name, Jameson.
What is it? Jameson?
Jameson, yeah, man.
For the Irish Catholic in-laws, they're like, yeah, you picked the Catholic whiskey.
That's going to be awesome when he gets older.
The Catholic. Well, that's exactly what I was thinking. You picked the Catholic
I'm
whiskey.
a Protestant. I'm like the black sheep here. But they're like, oh, you picked the Catholic one. I'm like, I didn't realize whiskey was religious. All right.
We kind of went crazy with our daughter. She's a little over 2 months old. Her full name is Violet. Oh man, I've been up for 24 hours. It's Violet. Oh my god, I can't remember my daughter's name. It's all flowers. It's
What's your
Violet
anniversary?
Lillian Daisy Rose is her
wow.
name.
Wow.
Is that your final answer?
That's the final child. 4 is
Spell
enough.
it, though. When
4
she
is
puts her
enough.
name in kindergarten, can she write it out? That's the.
Yeah, on her social security card, it doesn't even have her whole name on it. They couldn't fit all of it on there.
Oh man.
So,
No, they don't. They only take
Sounds like Julie needs to write it out.
3 names. Because my
Yeah,
son has 4
my
names.
4th one who's got the most red hair. Her name is Scarlett, and she lives up to it.
Okay.
Oh, so you have a Ciara, a Savannah, a Sierra.
You went all S's, didn't you?
Savannah,
Yeah, well, not on purpose.
Jameson, and
Savannah's the youngest. Sierra, Scarlett, Jameson, Savannah.
Scarlett.
Oh, I know Scarlett.
I was going to ask Drew where red hair comes from in the family, but maybe it's better just to ask him where hair comes from in the
family. Definitely didn't get it from their daddy.
Justin, you're funny. You're a funny dude. You're clever with your writing. Do you write, Justin? I can't remember. I know you.
Who, me? Right? No, I'm lucky if I can stand up some days. It's no, I just sit behind a camera or doodle away with pen and paper. It's more art and things like that other than writing. I'm no good at writing things.
Tony just quipped that you are a bitter old man.
Yeah, well, Tony can't
right.
say anything because
It's
he
right
walks
on the end
past
of that
and doesn't say
sentence.
hello.
Yeah. Tony just walked past us multiple times. Multiple times. It didn't say anything to us.
Everybody wag your finger at Tony.
He just lumbered by.
Tony's been
He's
slammed
rude.
by
He didn't
yet.
just walk by us.
Tony's been slammed by yet another
Duty?
directive or more work for him.
Seriously?
Yes, but that doesn't mean he forgets how he was brought up to say
Damn,
hello.
Tony, he's like,
Exactly. My point exactly. So he not
who did you piss off?
Apparently, they just can't get enough of me, which I don't know how that
I
works.
wonder why.
Did you like run over somebody's dog with your car or something like that? And this is payback?
He has
Listen,
got so much to do.
I live with me, and I get sick of me.
No, he has to write. Now he has to write a blog every day, like a really well thought out long blog.
Seriously?
So today he's been very busy, like writing this well thought out blog about National Donut Day.
I only do the hard-hitting investigative stuff here.
Lot of research on that one.
No. I have to say, considering Tony's relationship with food,
yes,
donuts are probably a good idea for him to write about.
All morning he's been knee deep in donuts. I mean,
well, that's research.
I see a Pulitzer Prize in your future.
Yeah, so that's what
it's called reporter participation.
Exactly.
Involved it.
I reckon the whole blog's a facade just that you can do donut research.
So Joss Whedon is just getting on the set now. I think they're talking about the movie, and then he'll be coming over here shortly. Just wanted to give you a quick update.
All right, well, here. Let me go and run and do something right quick while I still have time.
Okay, yeah, he's on the set, and
what's that TV series that Josh Whedon did? It's just been okayed for 2014.
That's the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Agents of
Is
S.H.I.E.L.D.
it? I'm sure there's a sci-fi one that wasn't there as well. Is it? I'm sure.
No, the only TV series is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., at least on IMDb.
But that's already been made, hasn't it?
No,
I've seen the
it's in
trailer for
post-production.
Yeah, they filmed the pilot. They're picking up filming in July for more episodes.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, so it must be that then. Right, okay.
Unless it's something he hasn't
What?
written.
You need to talk to me about that after. Hold on.
You also here?
No.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking to Tony. You heard me.
That's brilliant. No, I like that. Maria said, "Hold on," and everybody did.
Usually, I don't have that kind of power with you guys. Usually, you just
You're very well trained.
I think you got more power than Tony. If Tony had said that, we would have just carried on talking.
Matt actually is hilarious. He just
Top
presented Joss Whedon with 2 awards that says Cabin in the Woods, Marvel's The Avengers. He presented him with 2 awards. That was weird. Okay, he's obviously a huge fan.
They have tomatoes on them?
Matt Atchity. No. But you know what? Joss would fit right into our hangout because he doesn't have hair either, hardly.
Has he got his
He's got his facial
Right.
hair, so it fits right into the hangout.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, go ahead. Keep talking amongst yourselves. Just ignore me. Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm really, really pleased today. I've finally realised that I've made it big time when a well-known LA news anchor calls me a bitter old man. You've really made it.
Come on.
Bucket list.
Thank you, Tony.
For me, Justin. Really? we just have that kind of rapport.
we always have.
Can you imagine? We've been hanging out now, you guys, for almost, well, it's a year and a half, almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years this coming November.
Crazy.
Wow. Crazy, right?
You know what else is coming this November?
What?
And
Sherlock is coming back this November.
Sherlock. Oh, yeah. Who's that one with? Lucy Liu or no?
Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict, yeah, the British one.
the
yeah.
English
BBC one.
Yes, the British version. Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll turn it into an American one and mess it up.
Well, you have done.
No,
Yeah,
that's what you did in elementary.
That's all right.
Yeah, you have done.
Yeah, it's messed up already.
I refuse to watch it though.
I like the idea of it though. I saw a trailer of it. I thought that the premise was really good. Obviously, I don't watch it.
You like the idea of Lucy Liu, Trev. That's what you like the idea.
Well, yeah, female Watson that looks like Lucy Liu. Obviously,
the combination is no problem. The premise is good, but how they execute it after the second or third episode is just, oh man. The first episode was all right.
I watched the
It just
first.
reminded me of like
episodes.
a bad imitation of Law and Order or something.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the first 3 episodes, and the first episode was good. Second episode was okay. Third episode, I didn't really want to watch anymore after that.
Yeah. Painful, yeah. I mean, Lucy Liu is good. I mean, the
Lucy Liu is
female
great, but
Watson's fine, yeah.
Female
But-
Watson is a fine idea. It's all very good, but in my head, I keep comparing it to the BBC Sherlock.
Yeah.
And it
Which is
just doesn't.
You guys are smart. You only make 3 episodes, you know.
6.
Well, they're an hour and a half long too, so I think that benefits a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
I learned that from
things
Faulty
considered,
Towers.
Yeah,
Still
that
my
would be-
favorite.
Yeah, it's like I love everything about the BBC's Sherlock except for Moriarty, which I flatly hate.
Do you mean the BBC Moriarty? Oh,
Who's the actor?
Huh?
He's adorable because he's like evil and he scares you, but at the same time he's like a little bunny rabbit.
It's crazy.
He didn't scare me at all.
Just nutty, yeah.
Demographic here. Yeah.
See, that's where they're wrong. Moriarty should not be referred to as being an adorable little bunny rabbit. That's where they were.
Exactly.
It's Moriarty. Yeah, it's not some little fluffy bunny.
Yeah. Now, Elementary had a very interesting twist for Moriarty that I'm not going to spoil for people who haven't seen it. But it's like I thought it was a very interesting take on the character.
Yeah.
I thought in the BBC version that Mycroft was fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mycroft was great.
Elementary.
The BBC Sherlock one.
Okay, Mycroft. I love how they're like brothers and they've
brother.
got that relationship, but I can't stand Mycroft. No one can.
Yeah, you're supposed to hate him, but yeah, he's played very well.
Plus, Mark, he wrote the season finale of the first series, so I mean, I like his writing, I like his performance, and hopefully he takes over Doctor Who one day.
No, he left. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like I'm looking forward to seeing who they cast as the next Doctor. It's like it should be interesting.
Yeah.
An unknown, hopefully.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing that that they've been
Need me to help
they've been trying to do.
Will he be a ginger?
He has to be
I don't know.
ginger this time.
I don't know if he'll be a ginger, but
There's been a ginger Doctor.
Never been ginger.
let's put it this way: the last ginger Doctor Who was useless and pointless, and probably the worst ever Doctor Who ever cast.
They never had a ginger.
Well, see, there you go. You don't even remember. So it clearly wasn't that
It
good.
was Colin Baker who was brought in
He
just
wasn't
because he was
ginger.
Tom Baker's
Which Doctor?
brother.
Which number? That's how I know them.
Oh,
Colin
No,
Baker wasn't
he was
ginger.
the 6th Doctor. He was after Peter Davidson,
yeah,
and now
6.
he's bald and overweight. But he does the audio. He does the audio dramas. Great in the audio dramas. So I like that.
He's blonde.
Wow, Julie, so you're
he was redhead for Doctor.
I have the Fourth Doctor's scarf. I made it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's taller than my house.
Nice.
Yes, it does need to be.
I guess the story with that one, Sierra read that they had all this yarn, and the costume person said, "Here, make us a scarf for the Doctor," and they didn't know, and they used all of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Those were the days. The BBC prop department reused everything. It was great.
Yeah, they only have like 7 sets and 5 actors. Because they reused actors in the show.
Oh yeah.
They did a lot with a little.
Surprise me.
I personally like the monster that was made out of bubble wrap but painted green.
Did you ever see the two old 1960s Doctor Who movies?
Oh, I remember.
One with
those.
Peter Cushing?
Yeah.
They
He played
were
the Doctor
okay.
in both movies.
The Daleks were too tall for my taste.
Too tall. You prefer a...
Maria has no idea what we're talking about.
You prefer the more
I was
fashionable
wondering.
Dalek.
I don't know. The
Oh, come on, Kim. You should know what we're talking about. We're talking about Doctor Who.
No. I was wondering if Maria understood. I understand.
Oh, okay.
You know I'm a Doctor Who fan. Please.
Yeah.
Whovian. We're called Whovians.
Doctor Who.
Yes, Whovians.
I guess
Doctor Who is fun.
This morning, my wife was watching. It must have been like the tape from yesterday.
I'm getting a little concerned because I don't see Joss Whedon.
Go!
Oh, so I didn't miss him.
I tweeted this out.
beans.
You're gonna have a million people watching.
We all might have missed
It's on here, right?
So before he comes, my wife was watching Bill O'Reilly. That's her TV boyfriend, and he said something dressed up like Spock because he was going to a Star Wars party. And
I bet you he did that on purpose.
No, they corrected him.
They corrected him through his ear thing.
Okay, Shaka's getting it right now.
All right, cool.
Oh, he's coming.
Man, I can't believe I missed Matt.
So remember, you guys, it's 9:30.
We're gonna run out of time.
We literally will have. That means we'll have 10 minutes with him. Okay.
Oh, that's plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
Sonia, Sierra's question.
A quick question for everyone, then. Yeah.
Maximum 10 minutes. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, you guys.
Maria, can you tell Tony that I tag him a mini donut video?
I'm reading it.
He's doing it right now.
Apparently, that machine is very unique. It's
Art,
people have been trying to find it.
Art Sanchez says hello to you too, Tony. Hello. Hi, Art. Here he comes.
All right.
What? I think I forgot to put
Thanks,
deodorant.
Kimpton.
No problem, Tony.
Yeah, hi
That's a
Tony
cute
off
machine.
screen.
Hey, Kim. How are you? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you too,
Happy
Tony.
Friday.
Missing you.
Nice to meet you. Awesome. Oh, come join us.
We're not worthy.
Do you have a cough? Do you have a cold?
No, I
Just
did.
kidding.
I did.
You
I
did.
just
We're
got
not worthy. We're not
Okay.
worthy. We're not
Good. Good Lord, what is this, right?
Don't I have eyeballs? Okay.
This is come closer. I'll get the please. And this is our Google Plus Hangout. You've heard of it, I'm sure, right?
I have heard of it.
Yes. This is our little microphone here, and our camera is right up here.
Right.
Awesome. So thanks for joining us this morning. Yeah.
That's the one.
Probably not these small cameras that you work with, right? Do you work with these small cameras?
Yes, we
you
filmed
have?
Avengers entirely.
Yeah, you
with
did.
one of those.
I knew it. I knew the HD quality. Good morning, you guys. Welcome to our Google Plus Hangout here with Joss Whedon. Oh my gosh, they're so excited. Look at them, just in the house. Of course, the prolific writer and director of so many things, including the Avengers, and now the new movie that's out called Much Ado About Nothing. So we'll get into get into the movie with Joss coming up in a bit. But first, quickly, I want to introduce you to everybody in the Hangout. Okay?
All right.
We get to hang out with these fine people from all over the world, and yes, they're wearing pants. Trev is in the UK. Kyle is in Milwaukee. Kim is in Kansas City. Kempton is in Canada. Justin is also in England. We have Julie, who is in Oklahoma City. Drew and Sierra they're both in Calabasas. Diano is in Reno, and Ayub is in Leicester, England. And we do have a bunch of people watching us on YouTube. So I want to say hello to our YouTubers. And make sure you guys plus and share the link. Please like us and share the link. Thanks so much.
Like me,
Like us,
please.
thumbs up.
I hate that. Please like me. It's so needy.
No, we are needy on social media. We can be anyway. But they love you, dude. So listen, congrats on Much Ado About Nothing. It looks fabulous. I've seen the trailers, and it was hard to imagine that you were making this movie in between shooting and editing the Avengers.
Well, I was actually editing the Avengers.
Oh, you were already. Yeah.
No, it was just the 12 days off.
Yeah.
I did sneak off from editing a few times to do rehearsals in the afternoon.
How did you switch off a part of or did you have to do that? No?
Yeah, I completely shut down like a robot because I've been shooting Avengers forever.
Right.
And I was just kind of dizzy with it, and this was a way for me to reconnect with why I love telling stories, and all the people that I love who are in it, and the house that I love, and so it just it was my vacation.
That's what was fascinating, because this is what this man does on vacation: is he makes a Shakespearean movie in his backyard and his house, basically. We're going to get into more details in just a second, but I know that they're dying to talk to you, Joss, so I'm going to turn over the Q&A to number one. Sierra, yes, go ahead. You have the first question, baby.
Hi, I'm a really big Dr. Horrible sing-along blog fan.
Yay.
And I wanted to know, what's the deal? Why do you like making people cry so much? Did Stephen Moffat raise you in a cave?
We don't talk about that. Okay? Stephen did in that cave. It's not pretty. Your pain is hilarious to me.
That's just
and
simple truth.
It's not everybody. It's just you.
Quote of the day.
You.
Very good. Well, let's see who's next. Ayub, go ahead, Ayub.
You write stories that always have that generally have a theme of multiple diverse characters all working together. So I'm wondering, was this based on the people you grew up with, or?
Oh no, I hate them. They're
You
terrible.
only write about people you love, right? No.
Yeah, I always want to write stuff that's just about one lone man or woman, but then I sort of just get fascinated by everybody. I think it's kind of an escape, because people in the real world are frightening to me, and I can't make eye contact, and I like to tell stories that hurt them. Well, her. In the fictions, they're always about a group that made themselves, that turned themselves into a family. And, that's something that I did in my life. My friends are super important to me and very close to me. And I feel the strength that we get from each other is something that I always want to explore.
Diano, yes, go ahead, Diano.
Let's see. It's something I was curious about, or actually, it's one of the members of the Geeks Around community was, and this is a great question, so I have to ask it. Are there any significant differences when working with your own universe as opposed to something like working with the Marvel universe? As in, a ready-made universe is more restrictive, or do you like the fact that there's a lot of source material available already, so there's less making stuff up as you go that you have to do?
Okay.
I like both. Obviously, getting to work with Shakespearean text or comic book heroes from my youth is a privilege. Is super exciting. I do feel it's time to create something new, a new universe. The thing is, once you particularly in television, when you're doing that, it is laid out for you by the second episode. It's like coming into a universe that's already been created, even though you created it.
It takes a life of its own, I guess, basically, right?
I mean, the page stops being as blank the moment you're on episode 2. So much of that stuff that is original to me is very similar to walking into, this has already been cast with all the Avengers, etc.
Okay. Julie, do you have a question?
I do. Real quick question. Which version of Quicksilver do you think will be better? Yours or the version that Marvel's or Fox is going to do with Days of Future Past?
I like to think there's going to be a third, even awesomer Quicksilver in some other movie. Maybe Tyler Perry will have a movie.
Oh, man.
Don't even joke.
Don't even joke. God.
I have a question.
Yes, Kim, go ahead.
I saw the Much Ado About Nothing by Kenneth Branagh, and looking at what you're doing, you set it in today's time, but with the same Shakespearean talk. My question to you, how did you translate from the old environment of Shakespeare to the new today's timing? How hard was it to translate and transition?
You know, it's not hard at all. There's two elements. There's elements that you have to update. This letter is suddenly he's reading it from a phone instead of a parchment. And then the attitudes and the dialogue you don't have to update. It's timeless. It really works. A lot of people forget that Branagh updated it too. He played it as basically like 19th century Italy, not Elizabethan times. And so you know, it works in all these different times because the important things work no matter what. Every now and then it's fun to go, oh, this will be cool. They'll be in a car. He'll have a gun instead of a sword. Those little things, but they don't really hit at the heart of the thing. The heart of the thing is what's timeless about what they're saying.
Kyle, you have a question? Go ahead.
Josh, huge fan. I was just wondering where you get your inspiration from for all these ideas of different like the Shakespearean part and from the Avengers and everything else. Do you just like bounce ideas off your friends? Do you just do it all on your own, or where do your thoughts and ideas come from?
I do just a wild and wide-ranging panoply of drugs.
It's obvious.
Stay in school.
Heroic amounts.
I get my inspiration from everywhere and from everything, and it's you can sort of tell because so many of the things I do kind of squash things together. It's like I want to make a space movie and I want to make a Western, but I don't have time to make both. What can I do? I like to take comedy and and drama and action, or if I can get everything into a movie or an episode, that's when I'm happiest. It could be something somebody says, something I see, something I read, something. I mean, there's just everything goes in the mix. There's nothing that doesn't inspire me in some way.
Kempton, did you have a question?
Yeah, Josh, I quite enjoyed your commencement speech. So I want to ask you what inspired you to use death as an idea to inspire graduates?
You're going to die. I did see that.
Yeah. Good times. Yeah. I wanted to get at the idea of not just conflict, but the sort of tension within ourselves that we tend not to talk about or think about or even admit to ourselves. We like to define ourselves as very singular, and there are these tensions in us that never go away. And I thought, well, the biggest and most obvious one to start with, a nice headline punch, is I don't want to die, but I definitely will. And it's somewhere in your brain you're dealing with that. Some part of your brain is going, that's not, there's no answer there. There's no win. And but we push that aside. We don't want to think about it, especially in our culture, American culture. It's like death is not okay. Getting old is not okay. This bald head reeks of death.
You fit right into the club here, as you can see, Scott, between Ayub sandwich with Trev on the end here, so you and I are in the middle.
Oh, yeah. So you're just making fun of all of us.
Just you. Lustrous locks. Just you. Justin, you had a question? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was wondering, some directors have said directing Shakespeare is quite an awesome experience and quite a hard task to do. I just wondered, did you choose to do that as a way to actually relax due to things like the Avengers being so heavily reliant on effects and big costumes and things?
Well, yes, it was definitely a way for me to relax. Shakespeare, some people were like, well, isn't it scary? And to, take something like that on, and to an extent, a little scary. I'd seen the Brown version. It's wonderful, and you know, and so do I have a place at this table? But at the same time, you have a great script, and you don't ever have to worry about anybody changing any of it. So it is very comforting. The thing with the Avengers, you know, obviously I'm trying to build from character in that movie in exactly the same way I'm trying to with What You Do, but there is a period where there's so much CGI tweaking and so much, you know, that it does feel, you know, like making a machine at one point.
To talk about the technical part of it, and if I can interject my question, you guys, is that it was interesting that you chose, I think your camera, your cinematographer has a background in reality TV, is that right? Like,
he's done a bunch of stuff, including
yes.
that.
So just the choice, I guess, in that for you. Like,
Well,
what was the thinking behind that?
Jay Hunter, wait, the black and white or Jay?
Both, yeah.
Jay had shot some Dollhouse with me, second unit, and the second unit was very run and gun. We had these 5Ds, and we were outside and just getting all the footage we could. He shot Paper Heart with Charlene Yee. He's you know, so the sort of documentary style he's very comfortable with, and we wanted to do something that was old-fashioned and elegant, but at the same time very sort of lived in, intimate, and modern. And also we couldn't afford a dolly.
Oh, that's what it
so
is. That's really what it was.
Yes.
No, but it looks really good, and I am excited to see it. Before I go to Ayub, I want to make sure I got everyone else that wanted a question first. Did I get you guys all? And then I'll go back to...
Okay, cool. Round two.
Ayub, go ahead.
Yeah, round two.
The second to the last question. Go ahead.
Okay, you've created some immensely powerful female characters. Just wondering whether there's a woman in your life who is the core inspiration for those.
My mother.
Good question, yeah.
My mother was, you know, an incredibly articulate, hardcore feminist, and she, you know, she raised me not very well, but she did instill in me certain values that, and then some of it just comes from yourself. And then, you know, my wife Kai is also not as scary as my mother, and nobody is as scary as my daughter. Much too articulate. I get to win an argument with her, but no, you know what? I think I've always just been very comfortable being surrounded by powerful women. It's why, you know, the writers and actresses that I'm friends with are all, you know, serious creators. It's what you want. I don't understand why anybody would not want to be around the most powerful and interesting version of someone that they could be.
I thank you, by the way, for that, for doing that for us. Yes, I love seeing women in those roles. Diano, yes, you have the Kempton question. Go ahead.
Right on.
Wow.
It's actually more of a comment than anything else. Joss, I just want to say how big of a fan I am of everything that you've done. And I am very, very excited to once again this fall see a weekly Joss Whedon show on my TV. It's like, are you looking forward to that? It's like finally coming back into the world of TV after Dollhouse.
Yeah, you know what? I love TV and I miss it, and the fact that I get to do that on top of the world's best day job is pretty extraordinary. It's exhausting, but it's extraordinary.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to your wife and see exactly if that was a relaxing time for you during the Much Ado About Nothing on your vacation. If that's really true, do you think she would say that was?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she would agree.
Yeah.
My husband's a writer, and so not quite on
It was
Avengers
her,
level.
It
but
was her
he's,
insistence that I make
great.
the movie because she knew that's how I would relax.
Ah.
Now making Shield not as relaxing, but hopefully as rewarding.
Okay, excellent. Well, very good. Well, listen, we look forward to seeing it. Much Ado About Nothing, and of course, the Shield. Well, I forget the
Agents of Shield.
Agents of Shield. Yeah. Thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out with us.
I'm pretty sure you just called me Joss Stone.
I did say Joss Stone.
Yes.
Okay, now you officially have to change your name.
Joss Stone, Agents of Swords. We got it.
And
She's cracking me up.
Right before I said that, I go, I meant to ask you a question about your pedigree, Joss Whedon, because your family, coming from your dad and your granddad, like, was there ever any other like choice for you as far as occupation? And I called you Joss Stone. But was there ever any question of you being a writer and director?
I mean, as long as it was, I wanted to draw comic books, I wanted to sing opera, I wanted to do anything except have a real job.
Okay.
So,
all right. And then now you can sing.
I agree.
Joss, thank you. Okay, let's take a quick photo before you go. Here's the camera. 1, 2, 3. Yay!
Cool.
Awesome. Okay, we'll do a GIF maybe.
And we want to say how awesome Firefly is. We're all big fans.
5 pictures.
We haven't brought it up. Firefly is awesome.
Firefly is true. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Maria, you're bad.
Bye guys, glad I could hurt
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate
Thank
you
you.
stopping
Thanks
by.
a lot.
Yeah, you're cool.
I was actually going to suggest everyone do the "We're Not Worthy."
No, I always like to ask them.
I am very proud of myself. I managed to get through that entire thing without mentioning Buffy or Angel once.
And I also managed to get through without mentioning Firefly as well.
I'll tell you what, though,
Kyle got it in the end.
I tried to at the end.
You know, I really hope he's getting part of the net on the movies he's doing.
Maria, that was
Such a
awesome.
dope. I can't believe I said Joss Stone.
I heard it, and I
Poor
stayed
Stan.
quiet. I was hoping he didn't hear
Absolutely
it.
fantastic. What I like is
Snub that over afterwards.
Don't edit that out.
No, of course not. I can't edit
I think it's awesome that he called you out on it.
Yeah, I did.
I
thought
love
that was
it.
brilliant. He heard it and then he pulled you up on it.
I would have been doubly embarrassed if he didn't. All right, you guys. Well, listen, that was awesome. I had such a full house with you guys all in it today. Thank you. And don't forget to share the link, especially when it's posted.
I shared this.
Yeah, when the video
I
comes
will
out.
hit the link everywhere. Twitter,
And if you get-
Reddit, Google+, Facebook, everywhere.
And once the
If you
edited
get an
version is
auto
up, I'll
awesome-
be sharing that up too.
Yeah, share your auto awesome. Make sure you tag Maria.
Yeah, and I'll make
And
sure
Fox.
I share screenshots to
And I want to thank you
Twitter
for
and everywhere.
being here. I haven't been in a hangout with you, Maria, in like almost 3 months, so thank you for welcoming me back.
Way too long, Julie. You need to come back. Absolutely. So make sure you come back more often.
Okay, I have no job, so I don't think that'll be a problem right now.
All right, you guys. Bye. Have a great weekend.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.
See you later.
Aloha.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Aloha.